Next, let's meet Glenn Swedlund, who works for CISA 2 and supervises different work sites around the area. Glenn, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate being able to talk about what we're able to do with the kids this summer. I think it's fantastic.
I can see that you're very enthusiastic about this project.
Well, I'll tell you something. I've been doing this with CISA for about 8-9 years, and last year was the first year we didn't get to have a summer program because the funding kept getting cut back every year to the point where we didn't have enough to do it. So when we heard that with the Obama stimulation package we were going to get to have a program, I'll tell you, it was just exciting, and it's been exciting the whole summer.
What do you like about the program?
Well, the thing is that these kids get to actually go out and put their hands into something and get dirty and just experience what work is all about. And I'll tell you, some of our students, some of our workers have never had a job before, or nobody in their family has ever worked before in some cases. So it's incredible the experience that they're learning and getting to see what work is all about when maybe it's been kind of a foreign concept to their family life.
And what kind of, so you supervise, what is your involvement with the program?
Well, what I do, I work for CISA 2.
As your shirt says.
Yep, they're a partner with this, and I'm working as a job coach. So what that means is I stop in and I visit the job sites, check up on how our workers are doing, chat with them a little bit, see if they have any issues, any questions. I kind of serve as an intermediator between them and the job site supervisors. I check in with the supervisors as well. Cliff and I think, have a great relationship. We're always calling each other. He has a job, he has like 2 or 3 new job sites every day, so I've been running all over Beloit and Janesville trying to keep up with him. Got lost out in the country between Orfordville and Beloit the other day, but eventually got there.
Well, it just means they're busy.
Yes, oh, I'll tell you what. And so, I mean, really, I would say that the 3 workers with Cliff that I supervise, they've been on at least 30 different job sites, right? There's probably more, 30 to 40 this summer, I would say, you know. And sometimes they work together, the tours. I think we might have even had all 3 of them a couple of times together, but generally it's 1 or 2 of them on a site, and they just go wherever they're needed. And, you know, they're learning a great job attitude, to be happy, just to have work, and then to do whatever they're asked to do. And I'm just so pleased that we've got students who are learning that work ethic and getting that experience.
Well, there's a certain feeling of fulfillment that comes when you accomplish a task. And with a job like this, you're accomplishing things all the time.
Oh, and right, and you can see what you've done, and I mean, they not only do the job, but then Cliff will probably tell you that the auditors come in and put some big machines on the house and suck things in every direction and see whether it passed the test or not. So they're not only putting time in. This is not just kids having fun. They got to actually be accomplishing something, and otherwise they'll come back and do it over again. So yeah. And
this is a limited program again, so you're hopeful it will come back next year as well?
Oh, I'm absolutely hopeful it'll come back. And yeah, I mean, I've heard that there's a good chance for it to be a 2-year program. You know, a lot of the things that the Obama stimulus package is funding has usually on a 2-year kind of a plan. And so I'm sure hoping we'll get it again next year. You could talk to not just Cliff, but our other 7 work sites that I supervise at. They'll all tell you the same thing, that these students are doing a great job. They're learning lots of wonderful skills. And the kids will all tell you the same thing, too. I mean, and they're also making money. I got one who's trying to buy a car. I got another who's a young adult. He's trying to get money for the security deposit for a house. You know, I've had a couple of them who would not have normally made it through the work program this summer, but one thing that's really helping them is now there's a $250 bonus. It's kind of the pot at the end of the rainbow. As long as you do a good job, you don't quit, and you don't get terminated during those 8 weeks, you get a $250 bonus. And I've got at least a couple of students who would not have made it without that. And I just reminded one of them this morning, I said, hey, you want that $250? You got about 3 or 4 more days, right? You can get to work today, right? And he says, yeah, I think I can get to work. And then I talked to his mom, and she's like, oh, I can get him there. 250? Oh, yeah, we'll get him there. So it's like, and he's probably helping pay the bills, too, because this is a family that's been homeless, and they're trying to establish, you know, their roots where they're at. So
this is a matter of getting used to the idea of going to work every day.
That's right. That's right. And so, I mean, this is helping in so many levels. It's helping the students because they're learning skills. It's helping them get some money, which is helping them, helping their family, helping the economy. And I can't think of a better way to spend the stimulus money, where it's really stimulating all sorts of things, not just now, but for the future.
And there's 7 different sites. What kind of other things that you see?
Well, the other sites that we have, a couple child care sites. We have an Even Start site in Beloit, where we're working with young Hispanic children. A lot of their families have come from other countries. Parents don't speak English, so it's for them to get an even start, so to speak, in education. And so it's a wonderful program. We have a girl who works with taking care of those children and helping them learn the skills that they're going to need to be successful students and citizens. I've got another child care site where I've got a young lady, and she does an excellent job with those kids there, again, learning child care skills, that sort of thing. I've got a couple other that are in maintenance. One, I wouldn't want this job myself. One of them, everything in the school district of Beloit that gets moved, my guy does it with the guy who's in charge of delivery for the school district. So they've been to every building, every school, and I just met him yesterday. It's hard to keep up with them as well because they're at all these different places, and sometimes the cell phones run out of juice. So he's like, okay, I'm going to be at this building, but I'm just switching trucks, so you better see me quick. And I was up with a janitor and a student in the school, and he came down. I said, okay, I see you. I'll be down here. He says, you better get down here. I'm switching trucks, and I'm out of here. And he says, you know, when I get this big truck, we got a lot of moving to do. And I'm like, okay, you guys do the moving. My back's a little...
Well, Glenn, thank you so much for your enthusiasm and for all your work.
Well, thank you, and I just really appreciate a chance to get to say something about this because I think it's just wonderful in so many ways.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.